Hello everyone and welcome to Belgium here for round number 11 of the season, and we are going to be in for another great race just like the whole season has been. However, one team has been ahead of the rest this season, and that is VRT. Absolutely dominant this season they've been. And they claimed the championship last time out around Austin. So we're 2 races to go now, including this one. We obviously already know who's going to be our champion, but it's all about now. It's all about just having great racing till the end, a great way to end off F1 22, and we have Belgium, and then we head to a final that we all love, and that is at Sao Paulo at Brazil. So that's going to be great to watch, and I'm really looking forward to that. Now we are going to cut all the way through to the obviously the lineup you can obviously see here. So you can see all of the drivers racing today. I have found out that no one can join in practicing, sorry, not practice, no one can join in qualifying, so no one can join mid-quali. I said practice because obviously the Indy 500, all of that is going on, so there's a practice every day about for 6 hours, is it? So, I'm having to use that phrase quite a lot. But we are gonna get into this then. I'm just gonna do an audio check as well. There we go, that's working. Okay, perfect. All I needed to hear that the audio is working. But here we go then. We cut to the pit lane for the first track pictures of the day. You can currently see a bit of a gloomy spot here. No rain currently falling, but it is a bit overcast. We do have to say that. So there we go. You are now currently looking in. As well, so this is gonna be another great race, just like Austin was. Austin basically came down right to the wire, went down right to the wire at Austin, where we were kind of like, who's gonna win this? And it was all down to the final sector, and that was a great race, which even though it wasn't close on the circuit, it was close due to penalties. So we had that battle going on. But yep, Victus Racing taking the championship. And yeah, just as a reminder, we obviously have 2 VRTs. One, so an easy way to remember this, Red Bull is Victus Racing your champions. So I mean that's pretty easy because Red Bull are dominating in real life. So to make it easier for you a bit, just look at the Red Bulls. They are your there they are, and that's Tail currently making his way onto the racetrack. And then the other one, Virtual Racing Academy. So they, I believe, are in the Mercedes, and here they are. So we're in the Mercedes car, and once again, just like last week, we are starting off with a tiny bit less energy here in the stream, but it starts building up as well, as we're just watching the first outlaps of the session. All of the drivers just getting their tires up to temperature at this current stage right now, and then they will all go on the attack and see what they can do around this racetrack. And we have King, who's going to be the first one to attack the longest circuit on the calendar, and we are currently on board with him as he's about to go through. He's gone through Blanchimon. Now heading all the way down to the bus stop chicane, and you get the car stopped. And then you wind up a lap. You take a very wide line, which kind of makes you think that he's heading into the pit lane, but he absolutely isn't. Trying to carry as much speed to the line and down towards Les Source. Into turn number 1 he heads, and then through he goes. Get now on the power, run the car right out wide. Now you're going up the hill, you're going through Rouge and Radion, and a very fast part of the racetrack. Look at this, keep the foot pinned to the floor through this section, and then you have a very long straight. It is the best overtaking opportunity in the race coming up after the 18 minutes qualifying. We have just over 15 minutes of that, but he is currently attacking all the way. He's just made his way through Lecombe, currently making his way through Malmedy, using a lot of curb, but always whenever the drivers do that, it is a big chance. Have you overdone it? And in this instance he has. He has invalidated that lap, so that's going to mean that his lap is gone. So we'll actually cut and see who is next. We do have Marlin. He's also invalidated that lap. Can we find anyone? Marcus just is on an out lap now. Chris currently pushing on through Rouge and Radion. We'll actually join him, but there might be drivers on some laps ahead, but we'll actually join him because he's coming up to that part of the lap as well. So yeah, hello everyone in the live chat as well. And now let's see how Chris does it. We're going to resume watching this lap. And it does look a very to me it does look like it just looks too perfect. It looks like an AI is driving on that, because it just kind of looks like it. We'll cut now to Enzo, as he's now going to be making his way to Malmedy, so we'll resume and watch another lap here as he now goes to Bruxelles. Place the car right on the outside, get ready to send it all in on the power. Little lift, and then you go through Speaker's Corner, run the car right out wide, then over the inside curb and back over to the outside. Now you're getting ready for the fast pull on. It's a little break, it's a little lift, and then it's put to the floor once again around this lap. Now you go through a bit of these left rights, and then just go on the brake over the curb very nicely. Get ready to apply the power once more. Once again a little lift on this lap. Take the car round the outside, brake exactly at the 50-meter board, and then once again runs it out super wide. He's trying to maximize every single time he can gain. He's going to the edge of the circuit to maximize his lap. Now going through the fast Blanchimon corner, and you keep it foot to the floor through there. Now going into the bus stop, and it's a corner where you are just is the final challenge of the circuit. You can see he had a bit of a snap, let's say though, as he comes over the line and he goes to the front row, and on the longest lap it's still close, and that little snap he had, if he didn't have that, he might have been edging out Tail, but no, it is Tail currently who has it, and the order can easily change around. And Loke, will he be able to keep it out of the wall? He won't. And there you go, trying to find a lap, but instead damaging his front wing. And he was on an out lap. He was about to begin a flying lap, but instead he's going to have to come back in because he will not be able to set a good lap with a damaged front wing at all. And now we are watching Quasar as well. And here's Marlin, who invalidated his first run. He's backing off on his second run. And invalidation also for Dinny. I try shorten names as much as I can, but if I'm getting any names wrong, then just do let me know, because some of the drivers I actually haven't commentated over, unless the name's easy, then I might not know it fully, so just a bit of a heads up there. Christian for Juventus Racing over there, currently in 5th position. And who else? Is there anyone still on a push? Is Marcus on one? He's got DRS. We'll see if there's anyone else. Well, Mal for the virtual racing team is out there. He's backing out of it now. And the other one is as well. And then, well, I think Bjorn, is he building up? No, he's coming into the pits. Well, we are going to be getting a lap soon from the Victus Racing Team driver, R10. And a team that is on top. He's been on top for majority of the season. Can they do it once again? We already have one of them on there. Will R10 be able to join him? And literally, whenever I say that name now, there's always a big chance I might just be like Artem Markelov, because I'm a big, I do watch Formula 2 and Formula 3 quite a bit. So obviously he doesn't race now, by the way, but used to. And it would be even worse, because I currently actually commentate Formula 2 and Formula 3 as well on some broadcasts. So, but back in the time, I luckily did not though. So if I did, then I would definitely be accidentally saying that quite a bit. But we're gonna be watching him on a lap to see if he can get anywhere near his teammate currently. And is Victus Racing gonna have a 1 and 2? And if they do have a 1 and 2 around this circuit, so crucial, then you can just play the race from there. Kingdom currently for XR T1 has something to say about that. He's just gone to first position, and the first man in the 1 minute 42.6s. But Tail is back on the circuit. I think he's gonna have something to say about that. But the attention will go to Artem on this one. Marlin also getting ready, I think, to go for another lap. But here we go then. Let's watch one then with Artem as he now goes back on the power. He has DRS open. He's making his way down towards Les Sauls. Goes on the brakes just before the 50-meter board. Takes it in. And you can be a bit slow and steady through this part of the lap. You can see he just wanted to get on the power, but the car did look like it kind of wanted to get away from him a bit there. But now let's see how he's looking through a Rouge and Radeon. There you go. And you need a solid car. You can't be having a snap through that part of the lap. And you can find yourself in the wall if you do. But here we go. DRS once again. And then all the way down now to Lecom. And over the curbs very nicely. He's trying to maximize this lap through Malmedy now, heading towards Bruxelles. Once again having a bit of a save there. It was very minor, so wouldn't hurt him too much. But just trying to maximize this lap here, and just trying to find all the time he can. A slight mistake can cost you, as he now goes through. And there are a lot of fast corners around this race, like a high-speed circuit in general, with obviously the long straights as well. But then these fast few corners that he's just navigated, and then another fast corner which leads you on to this back straight where there is no DRS at all. But if you are close, you are able to get a slipstream and maybe have a go for a move through Blanchimont. He goes now. He's getting a tiny bit of a slipstream with that, but he's gonna have to get off the racing line there to overtake. Is that Loke? It is. Both of these drivers in 15th and 16th on the tying pace. Artem though looks to be changing that in a second as he comes over the line. It didn't affect him too much because he's gone all the way to the top of the table with a 1 minute 42.416. Now, what does Tail have to do? Say about that? No, it doesn't matter. But if he beats him or not, he just needs to move up into second place. That's all he really does need to do, and secure a Victus Racing Team 1 and 2. Let's see if he can do that though at this current stage. Over the line, he absolutely can. And Enzo as well, about to go for it. What about Krypton? He's about to begin. He's coming in. So coming in over there, and then now who can we watch? We have Enzo about to begin a lap. We have, well, the other driver going for it. That's Ghost currently pushing on, as well as just making their way through for Team Ad 1. And he's going to be getting a very good slipstream. And here we go, this is time to perfection. Look at the toe he's getting here. Down this back straight. And getting a massive slipstream, gaining with every meter. And then fully out of the way for Enzo. Perfectly timed toe there for the team as one driver. Let's see, what will he be able to do with that toe as he comes over the line? He couldn't do much with it. He improved though to 5th position. But I think Krypton and some of the other drivers might have something to say about that. We're going to first of all watch Christian as he now makes his way through the bus stop chicane and taking the car wide, and then back onto the racing line. Now DRS goes open for him as he comes over the line, finds an improvement of time, but not position. Chris is invalidated on that effort, if he was on a lap, though. Looks to be pushing on as well. Did he lose it there? No, okay. When we cut away, I thought for a second that he lost it. But he didn't, okay. Well, we can just see there. Is that Quassa? It is Quassa on a lap, so perfect timing to join him. A tiny bit wide into the bus stop, I have to say. But it can also be helpful if you want to get the car rotated perfectly. Let's see though, what can he do with this lap as he comes over the line? Finds an improvement to 11th. So, improving on the lap he managed to before. And there we go with Enzo. Now he's pushing on, but he's actually down by over a 10th. He is down to the first part of the lap. We're about to see what he's been able to do to the second part of the lap, which is mostly high-speed corners. The third part of the lap is basically a very long straight. And now the Ferraris switching roles, and you can see Enzo is up currently through the second part of the lap. But what is he going to be able to do through the third? Now, both team as one drivers giving each other a slipstream, but this one I wouldn't say is as much timed, because he did get super close going into Blanchimon. Very close, I have to say. A bit wide also making his way through the final corner, but let's see as he goes over the line. He goes to the top though. Over to the top for him, and that slipstream absolutely paying off. It's put Team as one on pole position for now, but the Victus Racing team will surely have a response to that, and we'll have something to say about that surely. Even if they can't beat it, get close to it. We'll be seeing what they can do soon. I haven't actually looked at even how long this session is left, but I'm guessing we have the last few minutes coming up because of the yellow flags on the circuit. The drivers backing over, yeah, 3 minutes. Okay, so now the teams and drivers will start heading off start heading back on. I think that's the Red Bulls coming out, so that would be the Victus Racing team. So we're gonna get a response to see what they can do very shortly, and the battle is on. In the meantime, though, we can watch Hero. I'm really bad with some names, so I'm probably not getting that one right. Apologies if I'm not. But Drew Rouge, Radion, and DRS now goes open. And all the way. Look at the margin he's down by. But it can. Oh, he's invalidated. I was about to say, it can easily change if he can. Get it right to the second part. I couldn't speak for a second there. But if he can get it right to the second part of the lap, then yeah. But he's invalidated, so that's his whole lap over there. Is anyone still pushing on? Well, it looks like Marcus is about to go for a lap, and Marlin just coming on out lap as well. Bjorn as well about to push on as he makes his way through. Is there anyone who we can start a lap with? Then yeah, we'll start off with King, and he's down to the first sector. So through the first sector of the lap, he is down, so not finding the time. He needs that all through the first part of the lap. So here we go then, now making his way all the way through Bruxelles, and then now going through Speaker's Corner. Looks like Tail is about to begin one. Did look like he was massively down. He hasn't validated as well. Yeah, I was about to say to the first sector he was actually massively down. But here we go. Tail about to begin one, and there's been a moment there. There's been a moment on the racetrack. It would have been Quassa. It is Quassa who has just come out on an outlap, but there is not enough time to get another lap in. Marcus running a bit wide. there, and that's gonna ruin his efforts on that lap. That's also well, losing his front wing there, and out of the session for Marcus. But Malum came out too late as well. Enzo also looks to be out too late. So it's all going to be down to see what the Victus Racing Team boys can do. Look at the gap through the first sector that he is down by. But it can easily change around to the second sector. They just got to make sure that they do not make a mistake and that every single corner is perfect as they chase another pole position this season. And here we go with Tail then, making his way through, all the way through the fast. Poor one corner, he's invalidated that one. He has invalidated, so he will start third at best. It's all down to the other Victus Racing Team driver, but he is also invalidated as well. So it's second and third at best for both of them. Now, we have Ghost King. Now I have a feeling that we might be getting the slipstream going. Oh no! Ghost King has lost the car and he's crashed there on the racetrack there with one of the Mercedes drivers. But what I was about to say is that I think Enzo might have given a slipstream there on the back straight once again to Ghost, but no, that won't work. Christian is currently pushing on, but we're losing drivers. We're, as we speak, having moments through that part of the lap. Now we're going to drink Krypton. He's finding some time, so we could easily see an improvement by him. So let's see what will he be able to do for GSP as he makes his way now through the final corner. He's struggling to get on the power. The rear sliding away from him a bit as he comes over the line. He goes into the top 5 now, goes ahead of Ghost King and Christian pushing on right at the end. Let's see what his second sector time is. Is he finding time on his previous best? Here we go then. He is by over 3.5 tenths of a second. He is up and finding time. Chris is going to be in. So yeah, that is going to be the final man, I believe. That is going to be the final man to come over the line and see what he's able to do. Marlon also out there as well, so we'll see what if he's currently on one. As going through now. Now, final improvement once of his teammate, so that's going to be Christian ahead of Marlon. So both Juventus Racing boys will want to be going ahead from there, and so will the Victus Racing Team, because the team as one has done it around this circuit and got the laps in early. And in the end, it was Artem and Tails who invalidated the lap, meaning that they were not able to go and get another push. So we're going to confirm then the results for you in this session. So here we go. Enzo will lead the field away with the inside line as well. It's one of the circuits that the pole sitter does get that benefit. Not most circuits have that though. Usually second gets the inside, so they're always helpful there for Enzo. And then Artem in second, Tail in third, King in fourth, Krypton, and then Ghost King, Christian, Marlon, Chris, Zay, the top 10, and then Harlow in 11th, Quasar, Marcus, and then Malum, and then Loke, Aldiden, and Bjorn right at the back as well. So this is going to be now super exciting. We are going to cut to track pictures and see what the weather is doing for us as well. Could it be a bit of rain in there? So it's dry, but Robin in chat saying Enzo will get a penalty for running wide. He did it on both laps and it gains you time. Right, so that'll be something to keep an eye on for later on. So that'll be interesting. But for now, we'll have to just focus on what we are currently gonna get, because usually how the race changes. usually how the race changes so quickly that you never know. But by the end of lap 1, we might be getting a completely different top 5. By the way, guys, I'll get the tires and everything up. It's very hard for me to commentate while jumping around everywhere at the same time and trying to do that. So we'll get that done in a second. How are we going to be getting any moves on the opening tour? We're about to get our answers. Here we go then. Here come the lights around Spa. And the penultimate race of the season is go! Good reaction time on the front row by Enzo. He's going to come across and cut across Artem. It's going to be Tail trying to look up the inside. And the two Victus Racing Team drivers going wheel to wheel as they take it to the source. Wide there in the background for Malum. And here we go then. We're about to make our way all the way to Rouge and Radium. It's going to be Artem and then it will be Tail. The two Victus Racing Team drivers in the background, very, very close there between. And there's going to be a spin there. That's going to be a spin there for Krypton, who is dropping down now. Krypton dropping down. Marlin there as well. We're going to have Zay challenging Christian on the run, and here we go then with the battle for first position as Enzo having to go on the defensive with Artem trying to make a move, and Lecombe wasn't able to do it. So it'll be Enzo who maintains first position, and also there is there a moment that Zay who's running a bit wide. That's going to be Marcus also making the move as well, and off the road there goes Aldin, I believe, and to the inside goes Marcus. Crasser running very, very wide to the Bruxelles corner, and that's going to give the position to Hero as well. And once again off the road, Crasser once again off the road there as well, which will allow his teammate through. And that was one opening lap with Aldin off the road and running wide once again there through Speaker's corner. And it was, well, it was chaos. However, Enzo was able to keep first position, and is the moment, that is the moment. Tail is round. Tail having a moment on the opening tour of the race. Everything looked calm till there for the Victor's Racing Team boys, but other than that now, that's going to be him dropping down the order and with a recovery drive to do. Has Chris at a moment, he's wheel to wheel with Hyro, almost putting the wall there as well. We'll now get the tyres quickly up, but we have more battles to focus on. That is Marcos, that is Christian, and here is Blanchimon now. Is Hyro going to stick a nose in? Always risky to do. It's side by side there for the race lead. Enzo having to go on the defensive once again. Artem is not letting this one go though, and also not letting it go. That's going to be Christian coming in. Christian coming in, and here we go then. Artem looking to the inside line, trying to take first position. He's going to have to go to the inside, and he won't have the traction through the corner. They will not continue this one to a Rouge and Radium, but they will continue it through to Lecombe. And here we go then. He is getting closer. He is tucked up right behind on the wheel tracks now of Enzo, who is going to pull out. Will Artem of the slipstream. He'll pull alongside. He's going to try to take first position. Enzo has defended every single move that Artem has put so far. However, now Artem is taking it. Enzo trying to keep his foot in as well, but Artem will just run the car out wide and give absolutely no room now. So that's a position gain. That's going to be King looking for one to the inside as well. He won't be able to find a way through at that moment, but Artem really wanted that lead. He has got it, and at that moment there was absolutely nothing Enzo could offer in defense. However, all you need to know, well, one story is you can tell there was chaos and how much wheel to wheel there was in the middle of the pack, because it's 4 seconds, which you really do not really see. Quasser there, and side by side to Piron, inside line for Tail, who is now going to be on a recovery drive. He's got past Loke there, right down at Piron, so completing the move, and exactly what he needs. Hyro also needs that as well, as he tries to gain positions on those medium compound tyres. And that was a bit of gravel being kicked up there by a driver ahead. And Hyro very, very close now. We're also focusing on some of the battles up ahead. The top 4 not separated by anything in this one. And looking to the inside as the team is one driver trying to make it past. But here we go then. Enzo still looking very, very close. That's going to be a position change, and that's going to be Chris going to the inside of Marcus, but that's not going to, but that won't be a position change yet, because they're still going to debate it all the way through up the hill now, and they're not going to go side by side through a Rouge and Radion. Surely he's not going to pull out of the system and go for there. He knows there's a big opportunity coming up. And here we go, they take it to a Rouge, they take it to Radion. Now we got DRS, we've got Tail on the move. He's going to be on the attack, so will Marcus. Chris will be on the defense. Will there be any defense he'll be able to offer? Hyro's going to go for the move. Tail will have nowhere to go. And who's going to be ahead as they go into Lecon? There's going to be contact. Hyro is going to keep it out of the wall, but he's had a moment. And after that contact, he's lost the car. and almost finding the wall, but luckily he still has no damage in this one. But that's what happens when, well, Tail had absolutely nowhere to go in that scenario, where he would have been boxed in going into their comp. And when I did say there was going to be fireworks in this race, I didn't expect there to be this much fireworks of cars everywhere, basically. And they're all basically on the attack straight away. Usually we would see them just sit back for a bit and relax. But no, in this race it's kind of like every lap is the final lap of the race, with how the racing is currently going on. And well, I'm fine with that, because we're not going to get bored at any point then. We're just going to continuously have action. But Tail is going to try and recover at least to 5th position. Then he'll see what he can do it in the aim of chasing the top 4. But he'll need to try and get past Chris, who's going to try and get past Marcus. Tail to the inside. Tail to 6th position with a late move to the inside. And he's been able to find a way through to take the place. Now, will Enzo be able to go for any move after not getting the best of exits through there? And now there will be an opportunity for the team as one driver, who will be gaining through Arouge, through Radion. What he'll be hoping, but he's not actually had the best of Arouge and Radion. He's using a bit of ERS now, so there might be a change. If we don't get a change here, we might look away, because there is some battles other way on the racetrack. Here we go. Here's an example. That's Tail moving up to 5th position, and that's going to be Chris also making the move on Marcus. Will Marcus be able to defend this? He can't defend both of those positions. Christo running very hot in on the brakes there, and Marcus is going to continue the battle through Malmedy, and he's going to try into Bruxelles, but too far back on this occasion. And they're finally going a bit quiet after the laps exploding, absolutely exploding here, as Hyra now tries to put Quasar under pressure. Is he going to go for the move at pit 1? Which way is he going to go? Inside line. That will be Brave to the inside. Wait for it. Oh, we can go for it there. Who else? Well, we do have other drivers that are going for it. That's Marcus getting back past Chris in that specific battle, with Lope sitting in behind, and Chris almost losing the car, and that's making me take a few steps back there from the screen. And that's why you also had that very long scream there by me, because I also went a bit down to the ground, like I was leaning down. So that's just it's always a bit, as Quas has found the wall, but it's always very I always like move around a lot, so not surprised that when we have that moment I'm moving around. And oh, there's more contact there. That's Zay, that's Alden, who have lost the car and making contact, and it is getting really aggressive. Here we go then in the battle down towards the source. That is Krypton, that is Malum, who's trying to make the move but not able to. Now let's go back over to the leaders. Don't think we're getting a change here currently. As Arthur, oh, is Enzo, he's lost it and losing it. Is Enzo, who had a chance of challenging for 1st position. Instead he's going to try and rejoin in 4th. Where will Tell be? There's your answer. It's going to be tied. He just gets out ahead. However, at the moment that he definitely does not want, and a moment that will be costly for him. And that tells you all you need to know with the gap. 6.1 seconds. And King is now massively dropping down. Exactly what Victor's Racing team need. You have Artem, who is leading the race now by 1.9 seconds, and the other Victor's Racing team driver is now going to be on the attack, trying to get past and move up into 4th position. And it's all kicking off, isn't it? All of it kicking off. And when will Tell be able to make the move as well? I think it will be next lap at some point. And after that he'll have a big gap to close. But if Tail does make this move, which I think he will, with the DRS, with how powerful it is, I think that even though he makes the move, Enzo is just gonna stick with him, and they will basically both need to try DRS each other towards the leading pack, which even though they're not really in the same team, they're not in the same team at all, but I have a feeling that Tail is going to try push towards the leading top 3 to try and give some assistance to Artem. But Enzo's pace is going to mean that they both kind of move to the top 3 with each other. So here we go then. Tail looks to be taking forward position. He's pulling out of the slipstream. He is moving to the inside line, and there is nothing Enzo can do at this stage. Tail gets the move done up into 4th position, and Enzo now will need to oh, that's going to be contact. That's going to be Hyro, and that's going to be Aladdin, who has lost the car. And after making contact now at Lecom, it's all getting so feisty. They're all really making contact now, and they're all super aggressive, I have to say. Really aggressive by them. Now slowing down, letting some of the other drivers through. Ali Jenny has been in a lot of contact today. A lot of contact, a lot of off-the-road moments. I don't even know what the reports will be for this race with how this one's going. Like, I have a feeling there will be like so many reports at this stage because of how much it's happening. And look, okay, there's probably more than even what we're seeing, because obviously we just have one screen. We're not the pit lane channel here that we can show you many screens at once. Even though if that was a thing, I'd probably want it. But we can't sadly show you so many things at once, so we're probably missing a lot of it. And from what we've seen, there's about so many reports anyway. So from what we're not seeing, I bet there's a lot more. So that's position change. Now, and I'm even losing touch of what position change that was, because I was actually staying somewhere else. I just saw the icons of them switching. But I think the race now finally has calmed down a tiny bit more now. But I'm gonna say that, and they will start getting some more crashes now. King trying to get back inside the 1 second as well of Artem. As well, that's Krypton getting past Loke, but Krypton is off the racing line. Loke is going to try to continue this battle, but he's going to get a penalty because he tried to do a bit of the up and under, try a different racing line, but instead he cuts the chicane a bit too much in attempt of that. That's Bjorn, who is trying to keep it up to the back of Malami. I'm really getting that name wrong. I already know it. I think it might be easier to just go with Mal for this one. And Chris on the back. Now Flug, there's been a moment. There has been a moment. Mal has left the session. We are currently joining him, but it looks like there's been a moment by Quasso. There has been. He's lost his front wing, and he has beached the car, I believe. Well, not beached, but he's definitely stuck there. Well, he's reset to track to get back in that one. But kind of beached at the same time, but stuck there on the car. That's Artem having a bit of a moment there, having a bit of a snap, but he's been able to stretch the gap back by about 4/10 it was before that mistake. So happy times for him. However, King, I think, has had a bad few couple of laps, because that's put Ghost even more over the back of him. And look at the speed. Well, ERS is being used now, but it wasn't before, and he was still gaining a lot. And Ghost has been able to move up to 2nd position. And watch this. There's going to be a chance now for Chris to get past Loke. He's going to go to the inside line, and we're now going to watch from the rear wing. And Loke is going to appear behind it. He will. Penalty there for Enzo, who I thought was going to stick it very close to Till, but he's actually, I mean, he is inside the 1 second, but it's right. It's currently right at almost falling out. So right on the brink there. Krypton. Oh, that's a wide moment there by Marcus, having a bit of a wide moment there. So Crasser in the pit lane after that front wing damage. And that's Mal rejoining the action. Is that Locus at a moment there? It would have been. Yeah, I think it was Loke who had a moment there. So Loke having a moment, but is back in this one, but he now has Hero all over the back of him soon, with the straights coming up, and with the DRS he'll get. You don't get DRS down the back straight, but you do get it on the run down towards La Source and coming out of Aruden Radion on the Camel Street. Best overtaking opportunity of the race that is. You can use the one down towards La Source to get close, and then go for it. Right down at the Camel Straight on the run down towards Lacombe. Very long straight to get that move done there. So we are on lap number 9. I think that's Krypton getting a penalty, but I do think that the race started off with so much action. It's now starting to quiet down. I think we'll need pit stops, then it'll start becoming a bit more interesting. But here we go. Hero now has an opportunity. He is going to go for the move. Which way? I thought he was going to go to the inside, having to go to the outside line. I think he didn't know which way he was going to go anyway until he made the decision right there. But he's been able to get the move done. Well, Krypton sticking on Marcus. He's really wide through the speaker's corner every single lap there. Really wide through the speaker's corner, I have to say, every lap. And through Puon, it did look, I thought he was going to lose the car for a second there. King getting a 3-second time penalty. We're seeing a lot of that. We saw a lot of that in qualifying with track limits invalidations. We are seeing a lot more of that again. But this time obviously it's 3 strikes and a penalty. On the third one you get a penalty. But a lot of drivers struggling with that as they try to push to the limits. And oh, very late on the brakes by Krypton, and he kind of saw that one coming as he had to try and avoid making contact with Marcus, but also trying to keep it right in a straight line as well. Yellow flags to the first part of the lap. We're actually approaching exactly where the yellow flags are. We didn't get to see it. That's wide there by Chris. Very wide for him there. We'll join back with Krypton. He's gonna now try and make a move. Let's see, how easy will this one be? He'll pull out of the slipstream, and with the amount of speed he has, using a bit of ERS there as well, he was easily able to make that move. And they go now all the way into Malmedy with Krypton in 6th, Marcus in 7th position. And look at Loke. Loke getting close as well on the hards versus the mediums of Hero. Lap 10 out of 22. Enzo just sticking inside that 1 second, while Tail also closing in, because last time I checked that was about 5.3, so he's closed in by 1.3 seconds averagely, but it's better just to sit over a second. King in there as well with a penalty now. Enzo having a penalty as well. Krypton, and that's Zay, I believe it is. Here he is, losing it on the exit of Pooh on a very fast corner, so you can easily see that mistake. And here we go. Now we're going to be getting some action, because we have some drivers in the pit lane. Well, one at least for now, but more will follow. When one driver pits, the others will also join in. But into the pits for Enzo. He's going to get on the medium compound of tyres. And let's see, will he be able to rejoin in clean air? You get the inside line through La Source. And here we go then. He's going to exit the pit lane. He's going to be ahead of Hero. Hero does have his tyres warmed up though, I have to say. Very close as well there. But we're going to have to cut to Chris now, making a move with Marcus. The other GSP driver was able to make it 1 lap ago. Chris has followed through and up into 6th. But more drivers also pitting for the mediums as well. But King now, once again, tucked up right behind Ghost. And we're also going to watch Marlin, who has his tyres warmed up because he hasn't made a pit stop yet. Luke has. And is he going to go for this move anyway? Oh, I have to say, in this race, there's been a lot of moments where the drivers have been getting in some unnecessary close to contact moments. which I did feel like for a second that these two were going to collide as well. Which Marlon obviously does have every right to fight for it, but there has been a few very close moments throughout this race. And is anyone gonna pit from the top 3? No. What about Tail? No. Krypton and Chris will see if they are gonna dive it in. Well, Chris will. Chris is into the pits. And he dives it in. And now we'll be moving to his pit box to get the medium compound of tyres on. Enzo's going to move up to 7th now. He's going to get more positions when some of the other drivers ahead pit. Off the road there for Marcus. Right at Le Source. And that's King now getting super close onto the back of Ghost as well. Oh, Ghost almost into the car. We saw it on board with King. And right up ahead, he almost he lost it. Is that Quasser off the road or is that Mal? It must have been Quasser there off the road. And Loke is out of the race. So is that in the pit lane? It is. And that's Zay looking for a move. He's gonna be able to get that. He gets a penalty though, so that's Hero who's made a pit stop though. So his tires are not warmed up, Zay's are. And through he goes. To take the place, lap 12 now out of 22. And King really on the back, using a bit of ERS as well. ERS wise, they're both pretty similar. Well, Ghost has used a bit more. So keep an eye on this battle now for 2nd position. But Marcus gets another 3-second time penalty. It might be his first actually. Can't actually remember. We'll actually take a look in a second. However, diving it in is 2nd and 3rd place runners, King and Ghost King. So there's how your penalties stand actually right now. So yeah, Marcus getting his first actually. But you can see how they're all coming in for the drivers. And the penalties can easily decide the race. So King with a 1.2 seconds gap now, so he needs to probably close in. Back to that 1 second. And Enzo is actually very close, I have to say as well. So Enzo much more closer, not very close, but much more closer than he was. And here we go now. Krypton is gonna have an opportunity to get past his GSP team, but no need for that. But obviously if they do want to change position, they absolutely can. So maybe they might just change positions every lap using DRS to go try and get closer to the drivers ahead. And that was also Krypton who just came out of the box as well. Hero now stuck behind Zay, and it can be hard if you are stuck behind older tires and you got to make moves at places you usually don't make them. And that's what Hero is trying. He tried to go around the outside of Bruxelles, tried to cut it in. Watch this. Can he get a good exit going into Q1? No, currently can't do it, but he's going to be getting super close. But he's literally going to be pushing him through these high-speed corners. And Zay running wide, not a surprise. Into the pits comes 2nd place runner now, Tail. Enzo is also inside 1 second of King, I have to say as well. Keep an eye on that. We are currently keeping an eye though on the battle for 9th position with Hero. I think he's going to go for it here now. He's not going to need to wait for DRS. I think he's going to go for it. He's super close. Well, I don't think he's actually he's waiting probably, because I don't think he wants anything else to do with this battle. And if you do make the move here, one thing is that you probably won't get DRS, which we could see a fire back. He's now got DRS for the next straight. He's now going to go around the outside. He's going to get the outside to the inside, and he's going to get 9th position. He's also going to get a lovely DRS to help him power away from the XRT man. So, a bit more of what's going on here. So Enzo losing that 1 second again. I have to say though, he was still very close. And I think the GSP driver just changing places as I said earlier, I should say. Just changing positions, and looks like they're just gonna DRS each other to get closer to the drivers ahead. And there we have Hero making the move on Zay. I think I got mixed up a tiny bit between those two actually. For a second. Marlin also making the move, so a lot of moves coming. He's getting past Bjorn and moving up to 14th. And we also have yellow flags. We're just gonna that's Marcus is at a moment. Marcus having a moment. Anyway, our race leader is in the pits. On go the medium compound tires. You'll have fresher medium than the rest of the field. As Ghost King now comes over the line. Is it gonna be close? Is it gonna be close between these two? Here we go then. There comes Artem, and here comes Ghost King. Ghost King has an opportunity now to take this one away. Artem does not have his tyres up to temperature, and he will be slow to a Rouge. He'll be slow to Radion, and now there's going to be a big opportunity with DRS for the lead to change. It was Enzo fighting for it earlier. It is now going to be Artem who is going to have to go on the defensive, but Artem hasn't had to use the ERS all throughout this race, and Ghost King is having to has used it a lot because he's been involved in a lot of battles. So Artem currently has the ERS to defend, but Ghost King has better grip to the corners with Artem's tyres not being warmed up. So Ghost King needs to get the move done in these corners. Can he get a go? He's tapped the back, and he's almost losing the car. And there you go. That's a moment where it gets really close, where we could have seen Artem out of this race. We could have seen Ghost King out of the race. They both survived. However, it's now 8 turns and Artem, and I think Ghost King would have had an opportunity if he didn't hit the back there of Artem. He could have set the move up going into Puon, which would be risky, but you do need to make that move before Artem gets away. And there we go, that's out of the race. Dini is out of the race, and that is down at Lecom. Down at Lecom, no safety car currently for that, and we will not be getting one. Doesn't look like. Oh, Zay has lost the car now through Puon. Zay losing it through Puon, I believe. Is it? Yeah, it is. Just couldn't see properly, fully. But look at this. The top 5, all in shot. As we see them all make their way through. And all of them having DRS. I say that, but Ghost King is on the brink. He's having to use all the DRS to get inside it. But he's now lost it. And that's going to mean there is massive pressure coming from King. And now Artem is using all the ERS in the world he has to just get it away, just fully get away. He's got it up to 1.7 seconds here. And that was needed after it was very, very close on the outlap for him. It was super close on the outlap. He's now trying to stretch the gap back out. As more penalties coming in. Now, one thing he can't do is get another penalty, because at some point he's going to run out of ERS, but at the rate he's going, you can see how much he's using. He's basically draining it all. He's draining it all. So down to 24%. And you can see he's using it every opportunity he gets. But if Ghost King wants to have better pace in this race, then later on, then and if Artem got a penalty and Ghost King didn't, then well, it would come down basically once again to penalties. But it is 3 seconds now. However, they're both the same on ERS. It's Tail the one who's closing in on Enzo, who is having to save the car once again for the second time, and Tail having to take a bit of avoiding action for that. And it doesn't look like Enzo's going to get DRS either. King is going to put pressure on Ghost King here. So both team as one drivers are going to have to watch their mirrors, because they both have rivals behind who are going to be eager for moves. So here we go then. How good of a camera angle can we get for this? Are we able to see both in one? Here we go. Tail's gonna make the move early, so that will be helpful for us. Now we cut to King. Can he make the move? He's gaining, he's gaining, he's gaining. Can he go for it to the inside? No, he can't. Tail's been able to get the move done though, and Enzo cannot do anything about that. He's off the road once again, and he's just been one of those races for him where he's got the opportunities, but whenever he has, there's been moments, and he can't fight back at all. Can he even keep it inside the 1 second is the question, or is he going to lose touch? It looks like he is going to lose touch here, but Ghost King surviving currently, as Tail now joining this one to try and make it a Victus Racing Team 1 and 2. As Marlin also in 12th position currently. He's going to try to get past Zay, who has not made a pit stop in this race. Marlin super close to the grass, but making the move there, right at Lacombe. And Tails is on it here. Tails is on it. And King, first of all, is going to try and make the move on Ghost King. But if King can't make it, then Tail is definitely there. So that's a hurry up. That's a push for King. That's a message to King. You need to hurry up and get on with it because Tail is coming. And there we go. We've had that's a virtual safety car on the racetrack now. The virtual safety car has come out. And there you go. You can just about see it there. The virtual safety car out onto the racetrack. And I thought for a second we got a safety car, but no. It's a virtual safety car, everybody. So a good restart is going to be crucial, and that's exactly what Tail is currently eyeing up, but depends how long until we actually get this back going. And we're gonna watch on board with Tail, because this is going to be a great shot to see who's going to get the best start out of them. So here we go. When are we even going to go back? That's the question. None of us have a clue here. Well, the drivers will get a little message before. Christian is making a cheap pit stop on the stop. There we go. We're back to green flags. And Tail, I mean, well, King has got a few tenths, so let's just say about 2 tenths on that restart. Enzo's got a tiny bit. Enzo now inside the 1 second as well. Tail, well, it's still the same gap as it was before, so no changes there. Really, there's not been any changes in that kind of battle currently. King, oh, Christian is out of the race. Christian is out. Off the race. And that's a retirement for him. But King also has a penalty, so Tail is going to get tired anyway. But the question is, can he get all the way to Ghost King? That's the question. So King is just in the car in the middle, so Tail is going to have to go for this one. We're on lap 18 out of 22. And they go into the bus stop, with King getting ever closer to Ghost King. Tail getting closer as well. And Enzo is still in there as well, but he has a penalty as well. So we go into La Source. King is close. King is close. And is this going to be his moment? He's going to use the ERS. But they've all been able to save a bit of ERS here. And here we go. Look at this. Is this the moment for King to make the move? Ghost King is gonna be driving on his mirrors now. You can see King is gaining with every meter that we run. He's gonna be forced the long way around. Ghost King's gonna defend this. He's gonna try and keep the position, but King is gonna try and go all the way around the outside. How brave is he feeling? It's so close to contact, as Ghost King will surely run him out wide. He was never gonna let him go that easily. Now we're heading to Bruxelles, and we have King, who is gonna try different racing lines, trying to get back on the power much more early than his rival. While Tail is a bystander to this battle currently. And he's just gonna wait. Soon as he sees an opportunity of both drivers running wide, he will take it. But you can now, as King's wide a bit, King is wide, but Tail is gonna be sensing an opportunity, and if there's chaos between those two drivers, Enzo is gonna be saying thank you very much as well. But remember this, team has won both of their drivers in this train, so you wouldn't really see a battle between those two if it was to come down to that, but you will definitely see a battle against 3rd, 4th and 5th in that scenario if Enzo wanted to challenge. But currently it's King, Tail who are all trying to challenge Ghost King, while Enzo is just trying to improve and give Team as One some more points in this race after a race that he had a chance of fighting for the win. Instead, having a few mistakes in there today, and after that, he's not been perfect either. But here we go then. We are on lap number 20. There's Artem. He is enjoying having a good gap currently in first position. The question is though, will it be a Victus Racing 1 and 2? Well, King most likely won't get it due to penalties, but the question is, can he get it on the racetrack? And Ghost King is once again gonna have to be driving on his mirrors. He's once again gonna cover the inside line. Will King be able to now go around the outside? He's gonna brake early. He's gonna try and get the cut back. He's now gonna try and go for the move going into Bruxelles. He's gonna use a lot of curb. He's gonna have an opportunity going into Bruxelles now. Ghost King goes on the defensive. King trying to go around the outside. He won't be able to take the position. He's trying to do the up and under. He's trying to now go all the way around the outside of Speaker's corner. And Ghost King is defending left, right and centre currently, as he is not giving any room to King to make the move. And Ghost King really defending this. And he knows it's crucial for him to have one car in between Tail and himself, and it's always helpful if you have that one car who has a penalty, because it can easily change with how long the DRSs are. It can easily change, but these drivers are really on the attack here. And if Tail sees that King isn't getting on with it, he's gonna go for the move himself. And you can see Tail is gaining here. He's gaining on King, and he's getting super close now. King, who was on the attack, will now need to be on the defense, because Tail is gaining. Who wants the inside line? And King tried to defend it, but will he be able to defend it enough? It's super close as they go through the bus stop chicane, and King is all out of shape, and that's going to give an opportunity now to Tail. He's going to get the inside line now going into Littles. These two drivers probably don't want to lose any time. They don't want to lose any time though, because they want to contend for second position. King is going to get a penalty, but Tail definitely, I can definitely tell you that he does not want to lose touch to Ghost King, and he would rather prefer, I really think that Tail would rather prefer to be still having a go at, if King was still having a go at Ghost King, because then he's still able to make the move. But you can see, absolutely no ERS, but millimeters between them. Inside line for Tail. He's moved up to third position. He's got through, and now we're going to have a battle for second position. Is Tail going to be able to go for the move? He needs to remain close through this second part of the lap, and then you'll have a chance going on to the final lap of the race. And this is going to be extraordinary now to see, will it be a Victus Racing Team 1 and 2, the team that has already confirmed your champion, want to continue and end their season on a high in the penultimate race of the season. And we'll be heading to Brazil to see if they can take victory once again. It looks like victory they're going to be getting here at Spa. The question is, will they be getting a 1-2? And this is going to be now super interesting to see on who's going to take it on. We're about to head on to the final tour. Artem has absolutely nothing to worry about at this stage. The only thing he can do is look. Just look at the leaderboard, the 5 drivers he has available, look behind him and hope that Tail is able to make the move and make it a Victus Racing 1 and 2. You can see Ghost King is going on a racing line that you usually would not see in the race, because he knows that he's about to come under massive pressure, trying to break the slipstream as much as he can. Tail did not get the best exit. Now, we're going to be heading all the way through Rouge, and we're going to be heading all the way through Radion to see if he's going to be able to take this one away. He's going to get DRS, and you can see Ghost King is going to be weaving left. He's going to be weaving right, but will he now be able to keep Tails behind? Who's gaining? But is he gaining by enough? We're heading all the way down into Lecom. He hasn't been able to make the move at Lecom, so now his final opportunity will be the back straight through Blanchimon into the bus stop chicane. The question is though, will he be able to go for it now? And he'll need to just stay close. It's all about if you can stay close to this technical part of the lap. Oh, he's had a moment, but he's still in contention. It's just a slight moment. He's lost about a tenth or two, but he's using ERS to just maintain and remain close. He's very hot on the base going into P1. And now we're going to be going to through the fast left right here now, and he's using a lot of curb. A lot of curb usage. They're going to be battling for who's going to take second position. Tail is absolutely in range. He's going to get a good slipstream as well. And here we go. He's making his way through now. He's going to have ERS. He's going to have the slipstream. He'll be gaining with every meter that we run. Here we go then. We're heading to the bus stop chicane now to see if Tail is able to make it a Victus Racing Team 1-2. Here we go then. He's gaining. And Ghost 1 goes on the defensive. Here we go. Can Tail do it? He's going to try. Artem though comes home to win in Spa for Victus Racing Team, and it looks like it's going to be Ghost King who will hang on to take second position after coming under massive pressure in the final stages by King, and the man were on board with Tail. So Victus Racing Team were absolutely cooking, but they're going to have to settle for 1 and 3rd here. They weren't able to do 1 and 2, and that's going to be the rest of all that coming. They're still dealing. They are still dealing. That's soft versus mediums. That's Bijon trying to keep his foot into it, but they're not going to go wheel to wheel there. Surely, well, Zay has the extra grip on the soft tires. He's able to take that position. Oh, they're still battling. I just looked away for a second and they're still going wheel to wheel. So, Bijon is keeping his foot in around the outside. Zay has the tires. Bijon is on the defense though. And is he going to run him all out of the road? Watch this. They're still side by side as they go through. Zay has that extra grip, but Zay is doing all. So Zay has the extra grip, but Bijon is doing all he can now to keep the position. Oh, and they're still side by side. And Bijon is just gonna have it, and Zay back right out of it. Oh, they go, oh, he's wide, he's deep, he's wide. He might open the door now for Zay. Who's gonna try to do the up and under? He's gonna get on the power earlier. Drag race to the line. Who's gonna have it? It's gonna be Zay. Who's gonna win this battle out on the circuit right to the line? And they were absolutely contending right till the end. But it will be a drag race right to the line. But Bijon getting the driver of the day by the game. Well, he was involved in that last lap little scrap. But what a race that was. And it was a race that started off at the beginning, at the early stages, as an absolute thriller. It's ended as a thriller. And we are gonna confirm the results to you. Artem, what a drive. And he was really on the attack in the early stages. He was able to make the move. Enzo made a mistake. Since then, he drove clear. Ghost King tried a little attack when Artem had his outlap on his new stint of tires. He was able to pull away from that, and what a dominant drive after that then. Pulled away and let Ghost King, Tail, King duel it out. Enzo was also in there as well, but it was Ghost King who came out on top after Tail did all he can to make it a Victus Racing 1 and 2. It wasn't to be for them this day, but they will have next week as well. They've already got the championship secured. It's all about having a bit of fun out there and ending the season, ending F1 22 on a high. King will take 4th position, Enzo will take 5th position, and then Chris in 6th, Krypton in 7th, and then we're going to have Harlow in 8th, Marcus in 9th, Marlon in 10th, and then Malim in 11th, Bijon in 12th, then Zay in 13th, Quasar in 14th, Christian retired from the race, so did Dinny, Loke as well, retired as well. Now, we'll be bringing you coverage for the final time on F1 22 next week, Thursday, same timing. And it's going to be a great day there at Brazil. So we're absolutely going to be hyped for that. We're going into this weekend, obviously no F1 due to everything that's gone on. So we have been able to keep you entertained on the Thursday at least, and we'll do that also next week for the parade around Monaco. So that's going to be very exciting as well. Indy 500 also going on, but I'm also looking forward to Formula 2 and Formula 3 around Monaco. That's also going to be thrilling to watch as well. Formula 3 heading there for the first time. I don't know if I'm gonna how many snacks will I need, because I'm expecting a lot of safety cars, maybe even a red flag, you never know. Anyway, on to this then. So it'll be my final. It'll probably be a lot of drivers' final races on F1 22. Will probably be my final commentary. I'm actually doing some F1 2019 commentary tomorrow, so that's exciting. But will be my final F1 2022 commentary. Well, I should say F1 22 actually. But yeah, that's gonna be great. Around Brazil, make sure you join us for the final time this season on this game when competitive team championship returns.